Hello everybody, it's Margaret here with 60andMe. Thanks for being here today. 60andMe is a community of women who are over 60 but still love to play with makeup, beauty, skincare products. And one of the things that you tell me often is, please show more affordable makeup products from the drugstore. Now, I'm a big fan of drugstore products. I really don't think you have to spend a lot of money to look great with makeup. And I'm going to feature some today that add up a full face to around $40. Now, this conversation, this video was inspired by one that 5 other amazing bloggers over 50 have just published on YouTube, and I just thought I'd jump on with them and share what my products are. These 5 women, I'm going to introduce you to them so that you can check out their channels. They're honestly amazing. I watch them all the time. I get great ideas and inspiration from all of them. Bobby from Mindful Midlife, Sherry from Graceful Beauty, Lisa Monique from Lisa Monique Beauty, Mrs. Melissa M Beauty, and Laura Ray Beauty. And I love them all, and I want to thank them for doing this video so that I could join in and be inspired by what you did. So no makeup on today, nothing at all, as you probably can tell. I'm 72, so I think I'm the oldest in the group, but it's okay. I mean, I still like to play with makeup, and some of these products are perfect for older skin. So I've actually put moisturizer on my skin about an hour ago. It's my Embryolisse. It's just a very lightweight moisturizer. And the primer I'm going to use is Wet n Wild Impossible Primer. I think a couple of people also picked this up because it's great. It's called the Impossible Primer. It's got a kind of, it's got a gel-like consistency, but it does not have any silicone. So it's a perfect primer for older skin. So I'm just going to dab it on. Oh, it feels so good, actually. And I'm going to put it on all over my skin. I don't have a particular problem with pores, but I just feel it gives a nice foundation for the makeup. Okay, that's Wet n Wild. By the way, Wet n Wild has a lot of amazing products. Another blogger, Emily Noel, says that's one of her favorites, and she knows her makeup, but she chooses Wet n Wild because she loves it. So that's the primer, Impossible Primer by Wet n Wild. Secondly, foundation. This was actually not difficult for me at all because there's one foundation I absolutely love. It's under $5. You know what it is. It's Dollar General. It's Believe Beauty. This foundation is one of my top 5 foundations of all time. I wear it all the time and I love it. It's, as I said, about $5. I use the shade, I think it's True Beige, and I'm going to apply it on just put it on my hand, a couple of pumps. It's got a nice thick consistency, but it's so easy to apply. I'm using this brush today. It's the first time I've ever used it, but I thought I'd try it. It's one of these, well, I think they call them toothbrush brushes, but the brand is Artiste. This is a kind of a dupe for the Artiste. I just happened to pick it up yesterday, and I thought, oh, I'll try it. Okay, so I'm going to apply it with my mirror so I can make sure I don't, just dabbing it on the brush. I found, applied some other makeup with this kind of brush a while ago and found that it can absorb a lot of the product. So I just thought I'd try it. See what happens. But it's not a heavy foundation. It's very, very easy to blend, and you can mix it with other foundations. I really like it. And I'm going to just dab it. The nice thing about this particular brush that I like is you can dab rather than stroke. There's a difference. And it's just, for me, it's a nicer, just a nicer foundation. And I'm going to get a bit more on my hand in a second and just do my forehead. Do you have a favorite drugstore foundation? I know a lot of people do like Wet n Wild products, and they've got some excellent foundation products as well. But I'm going to just use this Believe Beauty, put it all over my eyes. This actually is a nice brush. I like it. It feels a little bit stiff. It feels kind of, yeah, different, and I'm enjoying it. So let me just finish what I've got on my hand here. Can you see how beautiful that foundation is? And I've actually put it on over my age spots. They disappear magically until the foundation comes off, of course. Look, this is all got to be fun. Okay, so there's the Believe Beauty foundation. I'm going to do my eyebrows next. It's always something that I feel needs to be done early in the process because they're disappearing, right? I don't have any, there's no magical formula here. I use a very affordable product by e.l.f. It's Wow Brow. I have used other more expensive products that are similar. They're like a tiny mascara wand. I'll show you the little wand. It's quite small. I can just put my mirror down here for a sec. I'll show you. It's quite small and it works for me. My brows are almost, well, they're not disappearing completely. They're just getting lighter. So I'm going to use this Wow Brow just to show you just how much adding a little bit of color to your brows can just make so much difference. And Wow Brow is about $4. I believe I said it was $5. Wow Brow is $4. Honestly, you just cannot beat these prices. And I took this with me on holiday. It's so easy to pack. It's tiny. I'm going to, I just keep this mirror out of the way. Okay, so that, honestly, I know that there's a lot more that you can do with eyebrows, and I probably should try at some point. But for this particular video, I'm happy with what that produces. Just a nice, a little bit darker, filled in look. And that's great. Okay, that's my eyebrows. $4 product, fabulous. That's e.l.f. Wow Brow. Then I'm going to put some blush on. I'm not going to use any kind of contour or high, sort of shaping bronzer. I just prefer to put a blush on, and I'm going to do that with my Catrice Cheek Lover. It's oil infused blush. I think it's called something like hydrangea, beautiful hydrangea, or hibiscus. I think it's hibiscus. Let me look at my, yeah, hibiscus, beautiful hibiscus. And the reason I love this drugstore blush is it's a coral color, which I think is perfect for this time of the year, but it's also got something of a highlighter kind of built into it. And I think that's really, really nice. It makes the whole application so much easier. And I'm going to just dab it on there. It's a little bit light, so that the powder is a little bit loose, but just pop that on and see what happens. Can you see the color developing? I'm not using very much at all. It's on a very soft powder brush. But you can see there's kind of a highlight quality to it. And I just love this color. It's really, really pretty. And so I think you get 2 in 1 with that. You get both the, you get the powder color, the blush color, and also the little bit of highlighter. I love this product. It only comes in this one color, which is really, well, maybe they'll bring more out, but I would love a pinkier color on this. But that's the Catrice Oil Infused in a bright hibiscus. I think that's so pretty. Hope it's not too much. But yeah, I love it. Blush for me is one thing that I just bring to your face to life. And so for me to make sure that I put that on, early in the process, and then I just touch up throughout the day, it's great. Now, in terms of eyes, I'm going to use a palette, which I've never used before. It's got, let me just have a look here. I'm just looking at my computer. I'm going to move that sound down so that there's no more interruptions on my computer, little ringing sounds. Okay, so I have got 2 palettes here by e.l.f. Or excuse me, by Essence. And they are new. I've not used them before. They come in 4 different color combinations. They're tiny little palettes. This one's called Dancing Green, which I'm going to use. And the other one that I picked up was Bronze This Way. And they are tiny, they are perfect for travel, but the quality of these eyeshadows is amazing. It's really beautiful. And I'll do a swatch of the bronze because I'm not going to use this one, but you'll see it's got a beautiful light color for the base, and it's got a couple of mattes, one here and one here, and the rest are shimmers. So you can just really play with just a matte look, or you can add a bit of shimmer. I really, really love this. And I'm just going to show a couple of these colors because I think they're so pretty. I'll show you one of the, 2 of the shimmers. Those are them right there. I'll put them on my, you see that? And really, I mean, to me, the quality of the texture is as important as the actual color. And I just think those for a bronzy autumn look are just so pretty. That's the Essence, it's called Bronze This Way. And so I'm going to remove that off my wrist because I want to show you the green, and I'm going to use the green. Green is a big color for me. I've got a green top on. I like the color. It's coming into fashion in this autumn. So for me, I'm going to try a greeny look. And look at the colors. It's really a beautiful little palette. And it's got, let's see, it's got 1, 2, 3 mattes and some shimmers. And, oh wait, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3 shimmers. And then some, they're not really shimmer. They're kind of like a foil metallic. They're just very pretty. But I'm going to start with this one here, just on the base of my eyes, and see what happens. Now, as I said, I've never tried this one before, so it's new. I'm going to just apply it. I'm not going to even, I put the foundation on my eye as kind of a, you know, as a prep base, so I'm not going to add anything more. You don't need to. This eyeshadow is creamy and soft, and I love it. I bring it right up to the brow. And I'm using a kind of a fluffy brush. By the way, I'm not a big fan of just like brushes that have names and numbers. I just think that you don't need to spend a ton of money on brushes. I know people would disagree with me, and some of my friends I mentioned earlier have a real passion for brush selections. But for me, I just use a fluffy brush for the base eyeshadow. And then I'm going to go in with this very dark brown. I was going to use the green, but that is a little bit dark for me for the edge. I don't do kind of a contour of the in the crease. I just take a little bit of this darker brown and put it on the corner of my eye. And I'm also going to use this in a second as an eyeliner. But you can see it's quite, it's not too dark, but it's dark enough that you start to feel there's a little bit of difference between that and the rest of the eyebrow, or the eyelid. So I put that on first, and I do bring it up a teeny bit. Like, I don't sort of drag it across, but I do bring it up towards the crease of my eye. I've decided, I mean, with my eyes being like 72-year-old eyes, I just don't feel like I even want to do a great deal of detail on the crease, because by the end of the day, it all smudges together, and even with good primer prep. So I'm just doing it very gently to enjoy a bit of contrast in the color. Okay, so I've got now I'm going to take the fluffy side of this brush and just bring that up a little bit. This is a great brush, by the way. I'll put the details below. It's a double-sided brush. I think it was Laura Ray that actually introduced me to these brushes. That blogger, one of the bloggers I mentioned earlier to you. Okay, so I'm just bringing that over just to blend the edge. Now I'm going to use this beautiful shimmery green color. It's actually, I'm going to use my finger. It's a lovely green. It's a little bit the darker green that's in the of the shimmers. I'm going to put a lighter one on in a sec. Isn't that pretty? And I'm just sort of patting it into my eye, bringing it into the brown. I think green eyeshadow is so attractive. I don't think it's too much. I mean, I know a lot of women say, oh, you're over 60, you shouldn't be wearing lots of color on your eyes. But I actually think that green is one color, along with purple, that you can wear. It just is very, very pretty. I'm going to take a quick look at the mirror here to make sure I'm applying this reasonably smoothly. Okay, so I'm going to put this and blending it into the darker brown. Okay, and taking that brush, oh, I think I need to take a bit more on this side. Okay, I'm just going to blend it all together. And it does come up a bit into the crease, but not too much. Isn't that pretty? I love this green. It's so lovely. And it's very much the full colors. I was reading that green, especially like marine greens, bluey greens, and a spectrum of emerald to leprechaun, I think is the color for the Pantone choice for the fall season. But I think this particular palette by e.l.f. is just perfect. And I'm going to now take this very light green, the shimmery metallic, and put it right on the center of my eye. This one is so sweet. Okay. What do you think? I love it. And on the other side. Now, I mentioned I'm going to use, one of the great things about these e.l.f. palettes is that they are, let's make sure I get this right, even on both sides. About these e.l.f. palettes is that they've all got a dark color in them, so you can use the brown or the green as a liner. And I think I'm going to use this darker brown, this one I used on the edge. Maybe mix it a little bit with a very small brush. I'm going to just try to mix it with the green and use that as an eyeliner. I don't do eyeliners all the time, but I think on this particular case, it's getting into autumn. It feels like you can be a little bit more dramatic and a little bit of intensity on your eyes. And I'm just going to run this very, very fine brush across my lid. I love using eyeshadow as an eye liner. I just think it's a lot more gentle and more natural looking. So and I think you can tell the difference almost right away when you do that. So take a bit of that green and the brown on the other side. These e.l.f. palettes are $4. $4. Amazing. And I'm just going to bring that across. I'm using another double-sided one. This is like a, you know, for your eyebrows, but this is a good liner pen brush. I'm not an expert liner, but I do like to use the colors from the shadow palette. Okay, so that's it. I think that's really pretty. So that's a greeny autumn look, which I think works. And again, $4. Amazing prices. And there's 4 of them. There's a blue and also a purple in that series of 4 Essence eyeshadows. Mascara, I am going to use, if I can find it. Oh, this is a find. This, I live in Switzerland, and there's a company called Trended Up. It's a brown black eyeshadow, and it's called No. 1 Mascara. I don't know where they got, where this company is. I think it's a German company. I'm going to use this one. I know that you can't get it, so I've got an alternative, but I wanted to share the fact that I'm using brown, and I love brown and green together. If you can find a brown eyeshadow or mascara, I think it really works. And I'm going to try something that one of my very good makeup professional friends, Ariane Poole, taught me years and years ago. And I always forget to do this when I'm applying mascara. And that is to actually take the mascara wand and look down. So in other words, as I'm applying this, I'm not going to be looking at you going like that. I'm going to look down, and you'll see a difference in how the mascara grabs underneath your eye in a different way. So you have to be kind of confident that you're not going to make a mess, but, oh, which I might have already done. But anyway, here we go. I'm looking down, I'm pulling up. So I'm not looking at you. This might be a bit unnerving. Okay, so that is a different way for me of applying my mascara. And I'm going to go on the other eye. I think I'll need to do it this way and looking down. It really takes like a kind of a moment of concentration to do this so that you don't start to look up. Just pull the lashes up. I could feel I put more on that side. Okay. I think that makes a difference. I'm looking into my phone here, so I'm not really sure of how it's showing on camera, but I found that this particular, I'm just now going to go in and fill in the gaps. I really love this mascara. It's definitely affordable. It's under 2 francs or 3 francs, which is like $3. Super, super reasonable. But it's just typical of so many wonderful products that you can get in the drugstore. So that's my Trended Up. You can look online, you might be able to find it. But I have 2 other recommendations for you that are both $4 and affordable and great. One is by e.l.f. It's a new one called Big Mood. This is a very, very cool mascara. It's got one of those hourglass, and I'm getting a beautiful sunshine light coming in here. So I think I'm going to stop for a second and come back. Okay, I'm back. I love the sun, but when I'm doing a video and it suddenly pops in through my window and creates a streak across me, this is back. And so I'm now in a little bit more shade, but so the colors hopefully haven't faded too much, but you can see the eyes, and I really love the mascara from Trend It Up, but I've got a couple of options. I mentioned the e.l.f. It's called Big Mood. This is a new one, which I've tried e.l.f. before, and this is by far the best mascara that I found of theirs. And then also the Essence Princess, the green. It's called, I think it's called Full Slash Effect. Fantastic. And again, under $4 or $5. Very, very affordable. So I've done my cheeks, I've done my eyes, lips are next. Now the liner I'm going to use is a BH Cosmetics lip liner. It's about, I think it was $4. I hope you can still get this one. It's called Andorra, and it's a kind of a mauvey brown. I use it all the time, and I just love it. It's such a beautiful liner. I'm going to put it around my lips and stop to show you the color. Isn't it pretty? It's really, really good. You can use it with coral, with pink, browns, nudes. It's really lovely. Okay. And I'm actually going to fill in my lips. Just to dab it in. And I just went over, you can see a little bit over my lip line. As you get a little older, your lips start to fade, right? from experience. I've learned this. But anyway, that's a beautiful lip liner. And again, very affordable, BH Cosmetics. I'll leave all the details, by the way, of these products. The lipstick I'm going to use, Flower Beauty. I love Flower Beauty and Milani are my favorite drugstore lipsticks. I just have come to the point that I really love everything they do. And this one is called Tropical Coral. It's called Coral Crush. They do a tropical nude as well. But this is Flower Beauty. I love, love, love this color lipstick. I've worn it a lot. So I've got a little bit left. It's such a beautiful color. I love it. I think you guys know that I love Estee Lauder's Frosted Apricot. It's one of my absolute all-time favorites. This reminds me of it in a funny way. A lot more affordable, under $8. And you can get these on sale too all the time. I think right now Flora's got a sale. So that's my Coral Crush lipstick by Floral and by Flower. And I'm going to use a gloss, which is like, to me, one of the best glosses ever, besides the Maybelline Lifter glosses, which are fantastic too, and they're drugstore product, but they're about $8 or $9. This is like $3. Essence, it's called Shine, Extreme Shine. Now I just got this one because the other one was so full of other colors because I do my lipstick and then dip it in, but this is a brand new one, and watch this. It's so, so pretty. I know so many bloggers who use this gloss and swear by it, and I do too. I discovered it a year or so ago, and I put it on all the time. And if you wear a mask, yes, it's going to rub, but I like the feeling of a nice, soft, unsticky, glowy gloss. Okay, so that is, I think, my entire makeup selection. Affordable products, a full face, under $40. I admit I left off a few steps, like I didn't use a bronzer, for example, but I thought that this blush was really, really pretty. I'm going to just go back in with that. And I'm not going to powder. I just don't think I need to. I think that Believe Beauty was strong enough, and foundation was strong enough and will stay in a sort of semi-matte state, and I think it's just fine. And that's it. Hope that you found this inspiring. I'm looking around to make sure I haven't missed anything, but I think honestly, you can do a great face of makeup like this for under $40 and just feel like you've really put some great products on your skin. These are all wonderful for your skin as well as looking great too. So thank you so much for being here. I hope you enjoyed this conversation and this little tutorial. Let me know what you're using from the drugstore. What are your favorite drugstore products? And maybe I can take some of your suggestions and do another video. I really enjoy doing these because it makes me feel like makeup is affordable and it's approachable for everybody. You can all have a go. So go out and shine, enjoy yourselves, have a wonderful day wherever you are in this amazing world. Be safe, be well, and sending you lots and lots of love. Take care for now. Bye-bye.